1. The almighty force, the nectar of air and wind. Perhaps originally a nectar of the breath of life. Amun was self-produced at the beginning of time, self-existent, almighty and eternal force, who created all the Necheru and gave form to all things. Amun is the unknowable unconditional self. Amun is the unseen and unseeable creative force that is spirit, and all thoughts. From the middle period on he was believed to be the father of all the Neswit of ancient Kemet. In the old period Amun was a local nectar of Wayset. But when Mentutet and the powerful middle period Neswit ruled Kemet, Amun became the Neswit of the Necheru. Later in the new period Amun was coupled with the Necher Ra, forming the composite Necher Amun Ra, the source of all life in heaven, earth and the underworld. Eventually the priests of Amun claimed there was no other Necher like Amun, who was the one and had no second. Later the Hebrews will borrow this concept, who said Yahweh our God is one Lord, Deuteronomy 6-4. In the Kemet art, Amun is usually portrayed as a black man with a beard, with a headdress of doubled plumes. In his right hand is the Ankh, symbol of life, and in his left hand sometimes the scepter. The tail of the lion or bull hangs from his tunic. Sometimes Amun Ra is given a hawk's head surmounted by the solar disk encircled by a serpent, or ram-headed man. Amun's sacred animals were the ram and the goose. Amun was self-created at the beginning of time. The mate of Amun was Mut and their son Khonsu formed the triad of Wayset. Variants of his name are Amun, Amun, Amun Ra, and him to Amun Ra. Hail to thee, Amun Ra, Lord of the thrones of the earth, the oldest existence, ancient of heaven, support of all things, chief of the gods, Lord of truth, father of the gods, maker of men and beasts and herbs, maker of all things above and below, deliverer of the sufferer and oppressed, judging the poor, Lord of wisdom, Lord of mercy, most loving, opener of every eye, source of joy, in whose goodness the gods rejoice, thou whose name is hidden. Thou art the one, maker of all that is, the one, the only one, maker of gods and men, giving food to all. Hail to thee, thou one with many heads, sleepless when all others sleep, adoration to thee. Hail to thee from all creatures from every land, from the height of heaven, from the depth of the sea. The spirits thou hast made extol thee, saying, Welcome to thee, Father of the fathers of the gods. We worship thy spirit which is in us. Subscribe at Free Will Magic.